Hi everyone, it's Plastic EP coming in from Mars. And I've got my special guest here, Kid O'Toole, coming from her beautiful backyard there. She's getting a tan. We're going to take you back to the greatest shows of the 60s. And let me tell you, Kid, what show are we going back to today? It's one of my favorites.
We're doing the Monkees, Plastic.
Yeah, we're doing the Monkees. Here we come.
Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We go wherever we want to, do what we like to do. We don't have time to get restless, there's always something new. Hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
Yeah, we're getting get right into the Monkees, my favourite greatest TV show. First aired 12th of September 1966. Went for 2 seasons, 58 episodes. Finished March the 25th, 1968. Talk about groovy. It won Primetime Emmy Awards. The show was great. There was only 4 guys could do it, and they used their real name. It was the first time on a TV show that the actual actors got to use their names, real names. It was, and they didn't have a parent figure. That's the other thing. It wasn't like the Donna Reed show, and they had parents. So you had the 4 successful people that made this show out of 435 hopefuls. Davy Jones was in straight away. No worries. Davy Jones was number 1. He was in. Then you had Mike Nesmith, bracket Woolhat. That's what they used to nickname him when they were doing the auditions, right? Because he stood out. Apparently he's on his way to do the laundry, and he rocked up with his laundry bag, and he goes, I want to know what this is all about. You're doing a TV show? Then we had Mickey Dolenz, of course, the star of A Circus Boy. We love him, right? That was a great series here in Australia as well. Then we had Peter Tork, and apparently he was a dishwasher for $50 a week before he got the show. So there you go, instant success. You can't beat it. Mike, Mickey, Peter, and Davy, the Monkees. So tell us what you want to tell us, kid.
Well, it's interesting. It actually, the roots of the show started in the early 60s. I did not know this. It was obviously inspired by Hard Day's Night and the Beatles. That's really clear. But the concept started by Bob Ralphison and Bert Schneider in the early 60s. They had formed Rayber Productions, and they, were trying to, get their start in Hollywood. And they had tried to sell this concept, early on and just got nowhere. But by 65, rock, of course, had really taken hold. And they, really, by that time, and of course, the Beatles had exploded and everything. So they had a much easier time selling the concept. And so, as you said, Plastic, they, recruited 4 insane boys, as they put it in that ad, to star in this TV show. Now, interestingly, I believe Mike Nesmith was the only one who was hired actually from that ad, because Davy Jones was the first one, as you mentioned, to get hired because
he was already under contract for Screen Gems.
Exactly, and he, of course, had the experience anyway. Mickey had the connections, as you know, through his previous experience as a child actor. Peter Tork, I believe, was recommended through Stephen Stills, because because everybody, they were like, everybody thought they looked so much alike. And
exactly,
and
we won't get into that bit. I want to show you something, all right? This takes pride and place in my house, right? My original 1967 poster, and you're going to understand I'm between the ages of 8 and 9 years old, kid. I had 2 of those posters. One I took to elementary school. We call it state school here, but in America, you call it elementary school. And what I did is, I got a pair of scissors and cut out a silhouette around the figures. That was silly, but I did it. And I took half the poster to school. Anyway, that got destroyed. Then I had this one, the original one too, that I had on my wall, and I laminated it to save it. Took me up to 50 years to get the 4 of them to sign it. Signed by the 4. Told my wife, if there's ever a fire at my house, please make your way out of the house as quick as you can, because I'll be running to get that. Now, also, Kit, we got a few comments here. I want you to read them out. Here we go.
Fantastic. All right. Christopher Leva, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. What's up, Plastic Man? Love from Hollywood. All right.
Love from Hollywood back. Hey, Bananas, we think you're groovy.
Indeed. All right. Hey, Kit. Hey, Christopher.
Kid. Anyway, getting back to the Monkees, as I said, there's no show like it. Now, I want everyone to know. The other day, I interviewed Chip Douglas, the Monkees producer from 1967. He did 2 albums with them. He produced the songs Daydream Believer, Pleasant Valley Sunday, Steam Engine, which he wrote, right? Also, he wrote the song Forget That Girl, which is a great song off the Headquarters album.
Indeed.
As you know, he did Going Down. He produced that song. Now, that is the #1 rap song. That is the beginning of rap, believe it, 1967. And they go back to that song, and I'm serious. And I told him that when I went to elementary school, I used to sing the Monkees songs on the way to school. This is true, kid. So I started off with the big song here, first of all, was She. It wasn't Last Train to Clarksville, so I'm singing She. No worries. Then I sang, let's say, Last Train to Clarksville. No problem singing it. Then I sing I'm Not Your Stepping Stone at School. No problem. Then this song comes out of nowhere, Going Down. I need 1 week to stop concentrating on my schoolwork and start concentrating on the lyrics to the words, because it was so quick coming out of your mouth, or I was like floating down the river with saturated liver. It was like crazy. And when you're 8, 9 years old, it's like a tongue twister. So it took me 1 week to get it. But that was the first difficult Monkees song to learn the words to. And I remember that like it was yesterday, believe it or not. Isn't it great when you look back? And what makes the Monkees so successful is they brought happiness. There's so many other groups, but it's a TV show. The music, having the best writers in the world, and they had nothing to do with the Beatles. I got to tell you, even though the concept might have been, let's do an American Beatles based on A Hard Day's Night or whatever, that's okay. But the 4 guys are not the Beatles. They don't look like the Beatles. They don't sing like the Beatles. I mean, you got a guitarist with a green wool hat. How's that look like the Beatles?
Exactly. Yeah, they really differentiated those. I mean, yes, they had, in personality, they had, the smart one, the cute one, the funny one, but they really did develop their own personalities. They really did. And as you said, Plastic, the music, I mean, they, of course, part of it was, particularly in the early years, I mean, they drew from, Voice and Heart, Neil Diamond.
Voice and Heart originated the first Monkees original sound. When they went away from that, it was different. But Voice and Heart, I take my hat off to them, right? Because they got the early Monkee sound. And then the Monkees went away from that sound. And as I said, I want you all to watch this interview with Chip Douglas, right? It goes 31 minutes. And what I'm going to do is, you can go to the Plastic EP Facebook page. It's there. But I'm also going to put the link under this show so you can go direct to that interview after you see this, because it's fascinating. I won't get into what he was saying, but it's unbelievable. 31 minutes, we cover everything. It was just, it's gone on the net. Everyone said how great it is. It's just something you want to watch. And if you go to YouTube, you can watch it on the big TV. So my head's about 10 times bigger, right? That's how I watch it.
I can't wait to watch it.
You'll enjoy it. But let me tell you, going back to the Monkees, there was nothing like them. And I've got to explain to you. Now, a lot of people don't know, but Mickey Dolenz was actually in a band before the Monkees. It was Mickey Dolenz and the One Nighters and Mickey Dolenz and the Missing Links or whatever. And you can see that makes relevance to Missing Links to become a monkey. You know how
right.
It
was fate.
Turn into humans, right. So that's unbelievable too. And then you've got, let's say, for example, this is how it was really. Mike and Peter were the serious musicians. Mickey Dolenz was a musician beforehand, right? There's a photo of him in 1964 with his band, right? His lead singer. But really, it was, as I said, two musicians, two actors that crossed over. The actors became musicians. The musicians became actors. And they went from being a band that was unsuccessful on the TV show. That's what made it work. The Monkees didn't make it on the TV show. But here you go, once the TV show started, the Monkees are going out live and playing 200 dates all over the world. They toured Australia in September 1968, and like they went to Japan, and they still love them today. And you can't, what I'm trying to say is, you can't fake that. You can't go play live. You know, like their concerts they did in Hawaii, and everywhere they did the concerts, right, the Hollywood Bowl. I mean, you see the videos of it, and it's like, it's not the Beatles, but it's like America's answer to the Beatles. And those songs, Pleasant Valley Sunday, Daydream Believer. What number is this, Chip? 7A. We discussed that with Chip Douglas, right? It's just fascinating. What else do you want to tell me about the Monkees?
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I think. Well, first of all, I mean, I'm a huge fan. I saw them twice, not of course during during the '60s, but I saw the Mickey, Peter, and Davey lineup, and then the Mike, Mickey, Mickey, and Peter lineup. I saw those two, and so I never saw all four together. But you know, it's just fascinating because as you said, they started out as this fake band, quotes, this put together band, and but then when they took control of the music, they, of course, I'm sure everybody knows the story about how Don Kirshner started out as their musical director. Eventually, he was pushed out, and then they took control of their own music. And with Chip Douglas,
I just want to say that now. I want you to see this, right? This is an amazing photo. Imagine in '67, driving in the limo. There's Davy Jones, there's Chip Douglas, and there's Mickey Dolenz. Imagine, and he tells the story of this photo.
Wow.
And here he is while they're recording Daydream Believer. I mean, like, to have been there, and I told Chip Douglas, write a book. You're the only one that was there when it was Kirshner. Because what happens is when he came into the picture, they organised a meeting for Chip Douglas to talk to Kirshner, and he discusses it in the interview. I don't want to give too much, but when you're there, in the eye of the tiger, when they got these problems, and Mike Nesmith comes up to you in the Whiskey A Go-Go and says, hey, Chip, we want you to be the Monkees producer. And Chip didn't know what to say because he didn't know. And I said to him, was it like a genie out of a bottle? And they just said, Chip Douglas, you are Monkees producer. That's how I could describe it to him. And it was like, that was what it was like. It came out of left field. He didn't know anything about it, And it's like,
exactly. Oh,
I don't know how to produce records, but Mike goes, don't worry. Show you everything. No worries. That's why as soon as you finish this, go straight to that interview because it's riveting. It's a riveting interview.
Because
now I want to say something here.
Headquarters.
I don't know if you can see too well, right? But this came out in 1968, right? I'm going to make it easy for people. The great thing about having a screen, it's really good when you can see. But when I like to show things, I want people to appreciate what I got to show so they can actually see it.
Indeed.
So what I'll do is I'll get rid of that background there. Now, this is very hard to get, kid. You go on eBay and you see it. This is the 1967, right? In the UK. The television picture storybook, right? It's taken me 10 years to get it because it can sell up to, not that I'd pay, $200 US. And I've been looking for it for 10 years and I went on eBay and there it is. And not only that,
oh,
nice. I remember seeing it for sale in the 60s and it was too much money back then.
Nice.
And it's in great condition, but not only that, when I bought this from the UK, they gave you the other one. They gave you this one too, as well.
Oh, so nice.
And this is in great nick. I've already got it. But this one's in the better nick than what my other one was.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, look at this. What's that say?
Groovin'. Top 10 tipple. Double-decker dinosaur. Oh, man, that's
There's
awesome.
another one. Hey, watch this. Watch this. You know how we did Lancelot Link? Read this. This is 60s
Yes,
for you.
indeed. Ah, are you a snob? Lancelot Link's cousin.
They bring back the 60s in this magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Oh,
There's
my
Mickey on
God.
Davy's shoulders in the pool.
Oh, that's so
But
cool.
there's something here. I'll find it. Look at this. I love this. This is great. Watch this. I don't know if you can read
Yep.
some, but you don't see this. Now, wait. What's that say there?
Monkees Emporium.
Right. Read that one out.
Okay. Oh, boy, that's going to be tough. You sure you haven't swallowed a transistor? I'm picking up radio.
Got that
Oh,
one?
my God. Let's see. Who are you calling little squirts? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Don't lie to me. You've got dishonesty written all over your face. Like, no, I haven't. I've got thief written on my face. Can't you read? Oh, this is hilarious. There was a rabbit up here a minute ago. Come out, you fool. I told you not to throw those magic beads out of the window. Oh, man, this is great. Very cute. Don't shoot. Oh, that's great stuff. Oh my God. Yes, these are stills from different episodes. Say you're good. You should go on the stage. Yeah, leaves in 5 minutes. Curses. I've got my finger stuck.
I mean, that's the 60s right there, isn't it?
That sure is. Oh my God, you got like the pop art going and the comic book kind of thing. I mean, that's great. Don't
Read
move,
that one.
fellers. Don't move, fellers, or the car will fall to pieces. That the Monkey Mobile, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Who's got the steering wheel? Not me, not me, not me.
Great stuff. Oh my
You
God,
can't
that's
beat
awesome.
it, can you?
Oh man, good. Yep, that is classic 60s right there.
Here's the last two pictures I'll show you.
Mhm. Oh, there's more grooving. Natty knitteds for nitwits. Oh my God. Ah!
Okay, anything else you want to say about the Monkees?
Oh my God. Well, also, you can't forget the TV show itself, the romps, as they call them.
Yeah, that's right. And the quick cuts.
And the quick cuts and everything. I mean, that was really, they were kind of ahead of their time. I mean, looking back, those were absolutely music videos. I mean,
Well, that's why
that
they
would
won
come
awards,
later.
Kit. They won Emmy Awards. And let me tell you, for directing and best comedy,
Yep,
there's no
exactly.
other show like it. And I
Nope.
suggest when you got time, watch it because, the stories they tell are just amazing. And also, here we go. Hang on. They're starting to come in now. Start reading them out.
Oh,
Here's our
okay, here
friend.
we go.
There's only one, the one and only
Charles
Charles.
Rosenet! Yay! Fantastic! Indeed.
And what about this one?
Charles.
He's meant to write this. Read it.
Fantastic.
That's
I like
it.
that.
We love you,
I may
Charles.
have to use that. Yeah, cool memory. James, cool memorabilia. I agree.
Yeah.
That is
I
some
got a
cool
whole room
memorabilia.
full of memorabilia, and I can't pull out every Monkees thing that I got here. I'm sorry. I got boxes.
Oh, yep.
I didn't want to show it today, Kit, because everything we got's put away.
Oh man. So, I should also add, I had the pleasure of meeting two of the Monkees. I met Mike and Mickey. And Mike in particular, I got to talk to a little bit, and I have a picture with him. If you're Facebook friends with me, it's on there. And what a nice guy. I just
Well, I was
it was
lucky
such
enough.
a pleasure.
I met Davey and Peter 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
I met Mickey 2 times.
Mhm.
And I wasn't fortunate enough to meet Mike, but that's life. 3 out of 4. Can't complain. As I said,
Not
I got
bad.
my poster signed, so I got no complaints. Now,
Mhm.
before we go, I just want to say, do not miss the Chip Douglas Plastic EP interviews. Chip Douglas. I'm going to put it underneath this show as soon as shortly. Go to my page, just Plastic EPs on Facebook, and it's there and it's riveting. And all I can say is, I told Chip Douglas to write a book, and I hope he does, because he's got stories to tell that no one knows. So all I want to say is, from myself and Kit, thanks for watching the greatest TV shows of the 60s, and all we can say is, here we come.
Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.